I want to make my video on Ruth Bader Ginsburg more awesome. Let's start with a title. So I'm going to look through and pick out one that has the effect I want, and then I can type in whatever title I want. I'm going to go with RBG. Let's see how that looks. I'm going to go back, press play, see if I like the effect. If I don't, I can change which title I'm using. Yeah, I like that. Now let's go. She was born in Brooklyn. Ooh, that's a cool effect. How did I do that? Let's add one in. So I have my main picture of Cornell University, where she went to college. But I want to add in the label, so I call it Picture in a Picture. Shorten down my small picture because it doesn't belong in Harvard. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, that works for me. Speaking of Harvard, I've got an important fact I want to add in. So I'm going to add in another title here. This one I'm going to put it down at the bottom. And I'm going to go through, make sure I center my picture the way I want it, so that as it moves, I'll still be happy with it. Now, let's pick which font I want to use. I don't want it up top, so let's put it down at the bottom. So now I'm going to type in that important fact that I want everyone to be able to remember. Okay, I like the way this is looking. I've got things looking the way I want. Now it's time to add in a soundtrack. So I went in earlier and I listened to a bunch of these soundtracks to try to find one that I thought best fit Ruth. And I decided on this one. Where did it go? There it is. In It to Win It. That fits what I was going for. Now let's deal with these transitions. I don't like the way that looks. So there's only a few options down at the bottom, but if I go up and I look at the different themes, each theme has its own special transition. Let's check out Bright, see how that looks. So I'm going to change the transition to the theme one. Ooh, I like that. Now I can make each transition different, or I can make them all the same. I really like that Bright one. I think it fits what I'm going for with Ruth. So I think I'm going to change all my transitions to be the bright, just little lens glare. I think that fits her well. Now we're getting to some important information, and I think this stuff needs some sound effects. So I'm going to go and look at the sound effects and try to figure out which one fits this. So here I'm talking about how she fought for gender equality. While I applaud it, a lot of people at the time didn't. So I'm going to stick in the booing crowd to show that people didn't like her fighting for equality. But it was a big deal when she made it to the Supreme Court, so here I'll put in the applause. Now it's time to add in a voiceover. So I go over to the left and click the little microphone, and I can talk through what I want to say. Once I'm done, I click stop, and I can go back and review it to see how it sounds. The one and only Ruth Bader Ginsburg. If I like it, I can click accept. If not, I can redo it. Let's see how it all sounds together. The one and only Ruth Bader Ginsburg. You can check out my final RBG video on Google Classroom.